5 reasons why introverts are so attractive. See what I just did there? I'm not a high energy extroverted person. I'm naturally a low energy introverted person. So if you're an extrovert, you might want to click off of this video. But if you're an introvert, you're doing these 5 things every single day and you don't even realize it. Let's get straight into them. The first one, introverts appear to be more powerful, right? Silence is power, okay? And with introverts, naturally, they just don't really be talking. They don't really be opening up about things. They don't really be expressing themselves. They don't just do things and just do. Introverts like to think, right? They like to think before they speak. They like to think before they act, right? So this can give introverts a big advantage over people, and they just appear to be more strategic and powerful. They could be having an uncomfortable conversation, for example, right? And the counterpart is expressing themselves, going on, blah, 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 blah. Introvert just sitting there listening, yeah, pacing himself, yeah. In some way, somehow, the conversation goes in that introvert's favor. So that's one of the things that introverts use to their advantage and don't even realize it, is they just got that more powerful aura that comes off of them, like that villain in a movie, right? That villain that don't really say much. You know, they might do a whole intro scene of the villain, right? They don't even say a word. They just walk in, thinking, right? And don't nothing happen. So that's the same thing with a lot of introverts. That's how they carry themselves. Number 2, and this one is pretty obvious, introverts are mysterious, right? Again, I love superhero movies, as y'all can see. So even the heroes, right? Peter Parker, Bruce Wayne, when they in their regular state, I would say, they are just usually regular people, just regular introverted people that's just chill, right? And it makes them even more mysterious than they already would be, right? It's like, people are what? People are nosy, okay? Everyone is nosy. I ain't gonna say everyone, but most people are nosy. And as an introvert, it's attractive because you have something that people want. What people want: information about you, what you thinking, what you doing, what's on your mind, where he going, what he got going on, what's she doing after school, right? Things like that. So as a person that naturally just have walls up and boundaries, I would say, to, only open up to certain people and take your time and pace yourself, it's attractive to people. People admire that. They like, you don't appear to be a person that's just, you keep people wondering about you. People always is wondering, which leads to mysteriousness, which leads to attraction. Number 3, introverts appear to be good listeners. Notice I said appear to be. Now, introverts could be sitting there with you having a whole conversation with them. They not saying much, they just nodding. Yeah, yeah, that's crazy. For real? Bro, I did not know that. Man. And they ain't hear a word you said, right? But they still appear to be a good listener, therefore they are more attractive. When you're an introverted person, people like to come to you to vent and give you certain, just let you know what's going on, just to have somebody to listen to. People just want to be heard, right? So an extrovert probably won't go to another extroverted person to give, the vent to, because it's going to be coming right back. Opinion, versus you rather just have that one person that's like a therapist. You just go to them and just tell them everything and they just sit back and listen. That's another thing about introverts. They appear to be good listeners, which is a good trait to have in pretty much any endeavor in your life. Number 4, introverts appear to be more humble, right? Introverts' aura just give off humility, like talking, not really being a braggadocious person, not being expressing, talking about your goals, talking about your dreams, just not talking that much just makes you appear to be a humble person, especially if you're successful. There's a lot of successful introverts out there who just don't really post on social media. They don't really do things to really seek validation. It's just not part of how they character. They don't need it, right? And people admire that, and it's attractive. Like, people looking at you like, everybody love a humble person, right? Don't nobody like confident people. They just label them as arrogant, but that's a whole other video. But people love a person that just give off humility, and you just feel that human part of them through everything they do, whether it's their content, whether it's their music, whatever it is that they have going on. You want to feel like that person is a humble person, and it's just going to draw you in more. So that's another big thing that introverts naturally have that just make them just much more attractive. Number 5, the last but not least, introverts are introspective. Introspective, to keep it simple, as they do a lot of self-analyzing, okay, and self-critiquing, self-examining, whatever you want to call it. But introverts spend a lot of time observing themselves. Brooding is another word for it, right? And just spend a lot of time trying to figure life out. And the crazy part about it is people look at you by having that trait, or look at an introvert by having that trait, as somebody who just have everything figured out. Like you just look like you got it figured out. Introverts just carry themselves in a way that people look up to you and they respect you, because they like, yeah, I feel like I could be led by this person. They already got it figured out. And they come to you for advice. They come to you to try to figure their stuff out, right? Because they think you got it all figured out. But we all know nobody does, but they appear to, at least. So those are the just five of them. There's plenty more. But those are 5 reasons why introverts are so attractive. For more on introvertive characteristics, right, you can check out this video coming up next. It'll be somewhere up in here. It's about why shyness can be your superpower, and why people that are shy, they just don't realize that it's people looking at you like they literally looking up to you, right? Things of that nature. So check out that video. Thank you for watching. Unleash your inner hero. I'm Rasta White.